Here comes Bernie Sanders. Now, he's closing in on Hillary Clinton in a lot of the polls in New Hampshire and in Iowa. So people are starting to get a little nervous. So mainstream media taking him a little bit more seriously. They don't want to, but they're forced into conversations about him because he's clearly polling in second place next to Hillary Clinton. So Chris Matthews begrudgingly brings him up, but takes a couple of shots here. Let's watch.
Bernie got a big crowd out there in Denver. Ed Schultz was jumping up and down about it tonight. Those crowds are fun, but it looks to me like when people get down and they're asked by pollsters in a scientific poll, which we have here, they say Hillary.
He's interesting.
Is it just weekends with Bernie? Just kidding.
Just kidding. Anyway. Now, Chris Matthews talking about people jumping up and down and getting excited about candidates, especially ones against Hillary Clinton. I wonder if he said anything like that about Barack Obama when he was running against Hillary Clinton.
I have to tell you, it's part of reporting this case, this election. The feeling most people get when they hear a Barack Obama speech, I felt this thrill going up my leg. I mean, I don't have that too often.
Steady.
One of the funny things that Obama said, they're steady, the thrill up the leg business. Oh, when it's about Obama, who's not actually going to bring you change. Oh, it's fun. Oh, my God, I got things all over my legs, right? When it's Bernie, who might actually, do something, this guy's not kidding around. By the way, did you see the framing on Chris Matthews? No, but when they ask people, Hillary's still up in the polls. Of course she's up in the polls. Her name recognition is 1,000 times bigger than Bernie Sanders. How disingenuous to say now, Hillary's still leading. That's not a positive for Hillary. She should be way out ahead. The fact that Bernie Sanders is now polling over 30% in the two first states in the primary and the caucus, that's crazy. That's incredibly good. I'm shocked at how well he's doing. Yeah, but Hillary's still higher. No feelings in my legs about Bernie yet. Okay, now wait a minute now. To be fair, though, Obama was a Democrat, so maybe, he gets excited about certain kinds of Democrats. Or maybe he just gets excited about people in power. Remember, this is what he said about President Bush back when he was in power.
I felt sensitive. I was with him last night, the president. We all went to see the president. You were there, went to see the president for our Christmas. You got to get your picture taken with him. It's like Santa Claus, and he's always very generous and friendly. And I was wearing a red scarf, and I wanted to look a little bit festive for the occasion, look a little preppy. And he came up to me and said, "Look, Matthews, I didn't know you're that preppy." This is the president of the United States after his biggest victory. And he goes, "I didn't know you're that preppy." And I said, "Well, went to Holy Cross, but you guys started with all this stuff. The Yale guys started with all this stuff." And then he started kidding around. I felt like I was too snappy with him. I felt he deserves a little, he deserves a lot of respect for this.
Was a little too towel snappy with Santa Claus. Bush was Santa Claus. But Bernie, let's make fun of Bernie. But you better watch yourself because there's some new polls out. Now, this is a little different, but obviously relevant for Bernie Sanders, who's the only person who calls himself in any way socialist in Congress, calls himself a democratic socialist. A new poll out saying that 47% of the country would vote for a socialist. And Ronald Reagan's head just exploded inside his grave. 47, that's nearly half the country saying, yeah, socialist, I'm in. It got so bad in terms of income inequality in this country. Frank Luntz, the top Republican pollster, told Republicans, stop using the word capitalism. It only does you damage. Wow, did you think you'd see days like this in America? Meanwhile, the guys on TV are still snickering over Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders. Okay. By the way, so of course Republicans polled less than Democrats and independents, but independents, about half of them said yes, happy to vote for a socialist. Among Republicans, though, 26% of Republicans say that they would vote for a socialist. Oh my God, there goes Reagan's head again. Okay, he's rolling around and his head's exploding the whole time. Someone make a meme. Okay, now how about the young? Well, they're going to be the future of the country. Between the ages of 18 and 29, 70% say they would vote for a socialist. People are sick of the income inequality. People are sick of the people in power snickering at us while they take all the rewards and they reap all the benefits and almost nothing gets left behind to us. And people are so concerned about it, they look at Bernie Sanders, they go, well, that guy looks honest. I mean, he's not faking it. This wasn't a giant campaign over several decades to fake being the most progressive guy in the country. It's not like it was serving him well politically overall. For most of his political existence, all he had was guys like Chris Matthews snickering at him. I think they better be a little bit careful about that snicker today.